Hi, welcome to this new tutorial. We will be learning how to bake procedural textures so you can make your scenes a lot lighter, or you can also use, for example, this material. It's my smart metal shader that it's not compatible with eevee, but if you bake the textures, you can use it on eevee. Also, if you have scenes with a lot of different objects that use this material, it can become quite heavy. So you can also bake them to make it more lighter. And also if you need to export to another software. So if you're interested, let's get started. Okay, so in this case, I'm using one of my shaders. This is a smart metal shader, and it's available for free for my patrons, and also it's you can buy it at my Gumroad. I added on the last version some new outputs here to help making the bake a bit more easy. And I will start by removing this. I will hide it so I can show you something else. I will hide this, we don't need it. And we will add a monkey. Ctrl 2, shade smooth, and I will apply the subdivisions. Okay, I will assign the smart metal, and as you know, when you use this on a render view, it's quite heavy. That's why I exposed the masks here, the different textures, before the principal shader. That makes it a lot less heavy and easier to work. So I will find something I like before I bake. Okay, so once we have the result that we want, we can start the process. We have to, I will show you, this is the principal BSDF that is going out, and I just exposed the same inputs that I'm using there outside, so we can do it outside and understand better how it works, but you can do the same here if you have another procedural texture or whatever. If you understand the process, you will be able to do it. Okay, so what we are going to do is bring the same setup outside. This is our color, our metallic, roughness, and normal. So the same result. The first thing we need to know is that we need our object UV unwrapped. In the case of the monkey, it already comes unwrapped, so this is what we have. We can duplicate this window here, change this to UV editor. That way we can see everything at the same time. The other thing we need to have is an image texture, so we can add just that, create new. I will call this color. It's the albedo, or color without shading information. You just name it what you want. The size of the image will be important because that will determine the size of the pixels you will have when you zoom. If you are using the material on a close range, you should probably use something higher, but this is just for demonstration, so I will use it like this. We don't need the alpha. The quality will depend on what you're doing with your result. Okay, so we have this. Now we will go to the render properties, but we are going to use diffuse, and we are going to take out the information about the light, indirect and direct, so we get only the color. Another thing that you need to know when baking color, it's that the metallic will make it black. So if you're getting your bakes black, it's probably that you have the metallic on or white on that part. So what we want to do is to unplug this and leave it at 0. That means no metallic. And that way we will have our result correctly. So there will be a problem here, but I will do it like this so you can understand what's going on. Okay, so we have to have our object selected, our image here selected, and then the samplings are important also, but that will also depend on what you're doing. I will do it with a low amount, so it doesn't take too much time. So quality depends on the sampling and the size of your image. I will change here to the same that we are using, color, and zoom out so we can see the result. And I will also change this to viewport shading to solid so it can go faster. Okay, this is our first result. We will use texture coordinate and use eevee here and plug this to our color so we can see here. Let's plug it directly. Okay, so what's going on here? This is the color of the dust that we have here. And since we are using ambient occlusion to calculate where the dust is, that means it's on the parts that have more occlusion. Since we have other objects on the scene that are hidden, but they are rendering, as you can see here, this is what you are seeing in the result, this shape here, because it has this deactivated. That means other objects are occluding, also affecting the occlusion. If you tick this or remove the objects from rendering, that won't happen. So just for you to know, if you have this result, what's going on. So we can change this, but it's also there because maybe you are baking something that will be on the floor and you want a bit the occlusion there to have dust, or well, that's up to you. In this case, I'm going to remove this or tick this, and also remove the objects because we don't need those. And now if we select again our image, we have to plug this. This is what we are going to bake. Make sure you plug your color back and select the target image. You have your monkey select and bake. Okay, so this is our result now. It's as expected. It's working fine now. These stretched pixels are the last pixel stretched. The settings are here. This is 16 pixels. So you can extend the borders a bit and make like a bleed there for your textures. Okay, so now we have our color. Now we can go here, image, and save as. And this is our color. Save. Now we will create a new image here for the metallic map. New metallic. Okay. And also the metallic, it's a bit different because if you see here, we don't have a metallic output. So what you can do is take the base color out and take the metallic bake or the metallic map information of your procedural texture. This is the map. White is metallic, black is not metallic. So we have this. We will plug the principal shader again. And we don't need this. With that plugged on the color, we will use the same diffuse, color, nothing in the lights here. Select our image here. That's where it will render. And monkey select. And also we will change here. This is not affecting the result, but this is so we can see the result appear there when it's done. The only thing that affects where the image will be printed or rendered is here, is this. Okay, so bake again. Okay, this is our metallic map. We can save it. Now we can bake the roughness. Now we don't need to change anything, but I will place this as it was. For the roughness and the normal, it's okay if we have the metallic plugged in. Just for the color, we need to remove it and set the metallic to 0. Okay, so roughness, we change this to roughness. We will create a new image here. Roughness. Okay. And also to see the result, we will change this to roughness. For now it's blank, as we set here. Select this, select the monkey, and bake. Okay, this is our roughness map. Image, save as, roughness. And we need to bake the normals too. We change to normal, create new, normal. Okay, select this, select the monkey. We change this to see the result. And we bake. Okay, we have our normal map here. I will save it. Now that we have all our maps baked, what we can do is to create a new material here. Let's call it monkey. If you have no wrangler enabled, here, no wrangler, activate it. You can just go to your principal shader and press Ctrl-Shift-T, find your folder, select all your textures and press here, and it will create the setup for you. Then we can just see our monkey in eevee, and it will be a lot more lighter to use. This is the procedural one. and this is the one we baked. Okay, that's it. I hope you have liked this tutorial, and see you in the next video.